So I'm going to bring this back to 70. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I must admit I do not like stalling, but there we go.
no. Well, as I say, don't have to worry. This is just going. This is just the climb.
Yep.
So if you can just click the stopwatch.
Now.
Yeah.
My name is Tim Palmer. I fly a Jodel DR1050 out of this farm strip in East Anglia. After my last video, it was a matter of spending a few days working on the LAA permit. I have covered the process in detail in previous videos, but I thought I'd include just a couple of bits and pieces. With all the panels removed, John, as my certified LAA inspector, has a very close look at everything. Quite a lot of it seems to be working upside down. I then lubricate things and put everything back together. Not that easy on that stony floor. We check everything very thoroughly, but especially this stern post area. I know that I've covered the work that we did on this in a previous video. But what we found this time was that there was a certain amount of play in that tailwheel housing. You can see it better from this way round. We used some steel bracket to pack it out, but I just had to make sure that that fitted, and then I must admit I did ask Zach if he would be kind enough to use the power equipment to get it absolutely right. There's no movement there at all now. One thing I had forgotten is the fact that in order to remove this, to get at what's underneath, which you can now see, you actually have to lift the flap up, the air brake up. You need to actually have the air brake lever up, therefore the air brake down, in order to mean that this mechanism here is out of the way so that you can then move the tunnel. But what I need to do is I need to just check down the bottom there that all of the cables are running properly, smoothly. Put a little bit of oil on the mechanism there, and to tighten up those two Jubilee clips for the flexible fuel line. While the seats are up, it's important to have a look at the frame to make sure that there's no split, especially here on the bend. They're all okay. There's no sign of anything on there or over it there. Dad had come over and helped by removing some of the surface corrosion on 4 tailplane assembly nuts, but then it was time to have a sandwich. The only other major change was the fact that inspections now have to be carried out against TADs. If you go to the Light Aircraft Association website and you go Aircraft and Technical, you then see aircraft TADs at the top. I went along to J for Jodel, and I looked down and the only thing it says is Jodel DR1050 M1, which isn't my type of aircraft. So what you have to do is you then have to go back up to the top to find the generic default TADS 000. You've then got the information there that you need, but if you scroll down, I think it was page 7, you'll find that there is a list of specific aircraft, and by looking up at the DR1050 there, it then opens up a translation of some basic French bits and pieces which we have already got on file.
Fucking hell, it's like an oven in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, mine will be the same.
Okay, if you don't mind doing the honours. Okay, you're going to 17 and drop in one, that's about 100. The other one about 75. Carby drop of about 200. Alternator fail light is coming on. Slow running is about 900, okay. I've got oil pressure. If I bring it back up to full, well, it's 40 plus, but we can't hold any more against the brakes. And if I drop it back down, it's about 38. Okay. Right.
Alright?
Yep, thank you. Can I ask you to just hold that?
Yep.
I don't know whether you mind scribbling for me at all or not.
Yeah, can do.
As we're taxiing, controls are working fine. I've got brakes on the extreme of the rudder. I'll check the park brake in a minute.
Yep.
Instruments are all working the way that they should do. I'm on front tank, got plenty of fuel. Just check that parking brake. Yep, that's fine. Everything okay with you?
As far as I know. Yep.
Nayland traffic, over for Yankee Echo Hotel is rolling Nayland traffic.
I think we're going down.
Yeah, sort of.
That's to do with the.
Yeah, I got an unstick of about 50.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do in terms of my climb is I'm going to take it towards the stadium, and then at the stadium turn around and come back on myself, because that'll then put me into wind. What I tend to do with the climb is I'm going to do it the other way, as I say.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start it before the 1,000,
Right.
so that you can click on the stopwatch. You
Right.
can click on it as we hit the 1,000. I was going to say there hadn't been any turbulence, but I suppose that's probably Colchester, isn't it?
Possible.
Oh, they've dug out a new reservoir.
Ah.
Okay, now that puts me into wind. So I'm going to bring this back to 70. Okay.
Yep.
This is just the climb.
Yep.
So if you can just click the stopwatch.
Now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got 70 knots in the climb. I've got an RPM of 2,400 in order to hold that 170. I've got an exhaust gas temperature of 700, and I've also got 200 for the cylinder head temperature. Temperatures and pressures are all okay. She's controls are feeling fine. I'm having to hold a little bit of right rudder, but there again I usually do. So how long have we got at the moment? 1 minute 30? 1 minute 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it down as that?
Yeah, no, got to come round to there.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Alright?
Yep. I'm going to put south end on. I'm coming back towards Colchester.
Okay.
Raven 6 November, Mike. Contact south end radar now, call sign only 130.780. Radar 130.780, call sign over, Raven 6 November, Mike.
That's what I'm on.
South end radar, Golf Bravo, Lima, Juliet Oscar, superseded zone transit. South end radar, Raven 6 November, Mike. Golf Bravo, Lima, Juliet Oscar, south end radar, standby, number 4 to be called back. Raven 6 November, Mike, south end radar, roger traffic right, 1 o'clock, 3 miles. Passing down your right hand side, 2,300 feet indicated is a Cherokee. Looking for traffic, Raven 6 November, Mike.
South end radar, Golf Charlie, Zulu, Tango, requested basic service.
Traffic.
About 6 people at once there.
Yeah.
Golf Foxtrot Golf, reduced traffic information due to controller workload, possible late warning of traffic.
Roger, Golf Foxtrot Golf.
South end radar, Golf India Sierra Mike Charlie, requesting basic service and zonal transit. Golf India Sierra Mike Charlie, south end radar, standby, number 4 to be called back. I visual that traffic also, Raven 6 Mike. Raven 6 Mike, further traffic, right, 1 o'clock, 5 miles, opposite direction, 1,000.
Okay, what's Earl's Cone?
What?
Earl's Cone, is it down there?
Towards the end, traffic, Golf Alpha X-ray, Papa November, Beagle Pup, inbound towards the end, 5 miles west.
122.
425.
Can you do the lookout for me?
Yeah, I am.
Bravo, Romeo, Hotel, Alpha, Alpha Radio, requesting flight.
5's also, and request airfield information please, departure VSR 2 on board to Biggin, landing away.
Hotel Alpha, Roger, runway 24 left hand, turning 1023.
24 left hand 1023, Captain's name McKinnon, thank you.
Earl's Cone Radio, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel.
Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel, Alpha Radio.
Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is a Jodel DR 1050, overhead Colchester on a permit test flight and transmitting for a signal check.
Okay, Hotel, reachability, strength 5.
Got your 5 as well, thank you very much, and changing back to safety com. Golf Echo Hotel.
Golf Echo Hotel.
I have to say I get very nervous.
Yeah. I got Warner there at 58. I've got Buffett. And there she goes. 45. Okay.
Couldn't be any more gentle than that, could it?
No, she's usually fairly docile. Okay, this is the one that I don't like very much.
What's that?
Okay,
What are you doing there?
got to come down max speed.
Got the old mast there.
Yeah, behaving.
Go around that.
Yeah, behaving everything the way that it should do.
Yep.
Ground is coming up fairly quickly. And there we are. That's fine. Happy with that?
Yep.
So that really just means that We've got the bulk landing to do. Everywhere's very green at the moment, isn't it? Which is rather nice.
Orderly in traffic, Papa November downwind right hand to land runway 18.
It's holding really good temperature.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind the outside temperature.
Well,
of it.
last time we flew, day before yesterday, it must have been not much. I mean, it's 22 degrees registering there now.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but that's registering just under 20. But I mean, when this was at 26, my oil temperature was up there at 100, wasn't it?
On the April finals, 27.
Okay, I'm going to bring us back into the white arc. So I'm in the white arc, I'm bringing the air brake down, I'm changing the trim, and we're going round. Which is fine, apart from the fact I'm not 100% sure that the air brake will have gone right the way out because of the problem that we've got with it. I mean, it's not actually, to be honest, oh, blimey, it's not having an effect on the handling, because we know it might have dropped down a fraction.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got 25 on the RPM and I've got 90 on the ASI, so actually it's not too bad.
Mainland traffic over Yankee Echo Hotel is in the overhead mainland traffic.
There is no way I'll get in there with the RV. From here. I land in Sudbury.
Left base 27 high, sir.
Can't see, well, I can see the windsock, but I can't tell which way it's, but I think it's coming from that sort of angle.
Yeah.
Which, oh, it's just
I think
swung.
it might be coming from the farmhouse now. Got no sheep to look at this part of the descent.
I don't usually pull off a good landing with John on board, but this one was not too bad.
I was just about to do it for you.
Hello. Get off the money. Well, thank you very much for that.
Nice.
Sorry if it's messed up your trip.
No, well, not to worry. With it being this heat, frankly, I think I'd rather do it tea time anyway.
Yeah.